to recognize scholastic achievement while focusing on the positive action of today's youth. Let's get started now. Meet our teams. First from Kentucky Country Day.
Sammy Sohi, Jr. Elish Vyas, Senior.
David Barbie, Senior.
Alan Tipko, Senior.
That's Kentucky Country Day. Now the team from Atherton.
Lisa DiGiaco, Senior. Alicia Bergman, Jr.
Mark Munt, Senior.
Lynn Deverwise, Jr.
That's Atherton. Some applause. Now the coaches of the teams from Kentucky Country Day. We have Nancy Hatchard from Atherton, Coach Sharon Zimmerman. Coaches, shake hands. Good luck to you and your teams.
Now here are the rules. There are two kinds of questions, toss-up questions worth 10 points and bonus questions worth a stated number of points. When a team answers a toss-up correctly, it earns 10 points and a chance at a bonus. If a team misses a toss-up question, the other team gets a chance to answer it. You may interrupt a toss-up question, but if you do and your answer is wrong, your team is penalized 5 points and the entire question is repeated for the other team. On a toss-up question, only the person who signals first may answer and must do so without team conference. However, you may work together on a bonus. Remember, only the captain may answer a bonus question.
All right, teams, when you hear this sound, your time to answer a question will be up. Our judge in today's game is Jim Holmberg. Jim, welcome. We'll start our game right after this.
One of the best ways to help children learn is to have them teach you something.
Et j'enseigne le français à mon papa.
It reinforces classwork, and you'll learn too.
Okay, Dad, your turn.
Ma tête, c'est composé du fromage. What?
For more ideas, call for a free issue of Parent Power. You have the power to improve your child's education and our future. Shop Walgreens for Christmas. Give her the new Norelco cordless wet-dry ladies razor. No more nicks and cuts. Shaves in the shower, shaves dry too. Complete with charger and travel pouch. Walgreens price just $39.99. Give your family the Oral-B plaque remover. It clears away stubborn plaque that causes tooth decay and gum disease. It's lightweight, cordless, and rechargeable. Now just $59.99. Walgreens, filling your Christmas wishes.
Okay, teams, the whistle starts our game. You're playing for a 20-point bonus, toss-up for 10. For this 10, how many basic classical ballet positions are there?
Country Day, tip goes.
5.
Yes, for 10 points. That's excellent. Here's your 20. It started out during World War II as the Malaria Control in War Areas Unit, but has since expanded to become the Center for the Study of Eradication of All Infectious Diseases. This 20-pointer named this federal complex near Atlanta.
Center of Disease Control.
Yes, CDC for 20 big points. Shooting out of 30 now. 10-point toss-up teams. Carnivores are meat eaters, and herbivores, of course, are plant eaters. What type of vor is the animal that...
Country Day, Vias.
Omnivore.
Yes, omnivore. Eats both. Anticipation. Here's your 30. The president is the overall commander-in-chief of U.S. forces, but there are 10 other commanders-in-chief. One each for the transportation, strategic air, special operations, space, forces commands. 10 apiece. Name any 3 now for me of the other 5 commands, each named for a general region of the world. Time is up. I would have taken Atlantic, Pacific, European, Central, or Southern Command. No points on that 30. 20 coming. Here's your toss-up to get there. Team Sergeant Shriver declared in 1992 that while he was facing new challenges with his Republican son-in-law, we're liberals, so we're not going to terminate him. For this 10, who is this Shriver's
Atherton DiGiaco.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, son-in-law, Terminator. That's 10. Here's your 20. She was just 2 years old when Martina Navratilova won her first Wimbledon singles title. 13 years later, she defeated Martina in the 1991 Wimbledon quarterfinals. Who is this U.S. star?
Jennifer Capriati.
Yes, for 20 points. 30 on the way. Toss up for 10. Teams, pencil and paper may be on this one. Steve Cram holds the world record for the mile run. at 3 minutes, 46.32 seconds. To the nearest mile, how many miles per hour is this? I needed 16 miles per hour, 15.9 to be exact. No points, same 30, new toss-up. Teams, the tiny Fiumicino, that is, river, was a lot more famous in ancient times when it marked the border between Italy and proper Gaul. 10 points will be yours. What is it called? What was it called back
Country
then?
Day, Sohi.
France.
I'll continue on, 5-point penalty. What was it called back when Julius Caesar marched across it? Atherton. Rubicon. Same 30, brand new toss-up. Teams, the eyes of Caligula and the mouth of Marilyn Monroe. That is French President Mitterrand's memorable description of which long-time and now retired British Prime Minister?
Atherton to Jocko.
Margaret Thatcher.
Yes, 410. Thatcher. Here's your 30 points. An old road and still a scenic highway, the Natchez Trace blazes a path through 3 states in the southern U.S. Name them for me.
Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi.
I'll give you Alabama and Mississippi. The other was Tennessee. 2 right. 20 points on the 30. 30 again. Toss-up teams, listen carefully. This type of paper is used in chemistry classes to test both
Country Day, Barbie.
Litmus.
litmus acid and alkali. Yes. Litmus. Here's your 30. 10 apiece on this one. Identify the nationalities of the following scientists. Niels Bohr.
Danish,
Yes. Max Planck.
German,
Yes. Anders Celsius.
Polish,
Swedish on that one. 2 right. 20 on the 30. 20 coming. For 10 points, teams, Moses returned from Mount Sinai carrying the 10 commandments, 10 points rather, in the 19th and 20th chapters of which book of the Bible?
Atherton to Jocko.
Exodus.
Yes, that's 10 points. Exodus. Here's your 20. The U.S. obtained such favorable terms at the 1814 Treaty of Ghent because the British had to get that treaty out of the way before negotiating a more important treaty, redrawing the map of Europe at the Congress of what?
Vienna.
Yes, for 20 points. Very good. Some applause out there. I can hear it. That was a toss-up. Bonus, done. Toss-up next. 30-point bonus trying for. Here's your toss-up for 10. Teams sometimes used to designate negative net income for an accounting period. This term also refers to a debit balance in the retained earnings account of a firm's financial statement. 10 points. What is this 3-syllable term? Late. Deficit. Same 30. Toss-up for 10, teams. A 1991 book by sports writer Sam Smith makes this athlete out to be a ball hog and says he constantly fights it with teammate Horace Grant, who is...
Country Day, Barbie.
Michael Jordan.
Yes, Michael Jordan. 10 points. Here's your bonus for 30. The 3 Alien movies starring Sigourney Weaver had 3 different directors. 10 points each. Name them from their partial resumes. He directed the original Alien and also directed Thelma and Louise.
Ridley Scott,
Yes, he directed the sequel Aliens and also directed Terminator 2. James Cameron. He directed Alien 3, which was his first feature film.
Greenham,
I needed David Fincher. 1 right. 10 points on the 30. Going for 20 now. This 10-point toss-up will get you there. Deacon William Brodie was hanged in 1788 because of a nighttime life of crime while being a respected citizen during the day. His story supposedly inspired Robert Louis Stevenson to write what book?
Country Day, VS.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yes, for 10 points. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Here's your 20 bonus. 3 of the territories disputed between Israel and its neighbors are the West Bank, the Gaza Strip, and the Golan Heights. 10 apiece. Which of the 3, number 1, contains only 2,000 500 Jewish settlers out of a total population of 900,000.
Golan Heights.
I need the Gaza Strip on that one. Number 2, has its largest religious group, the Druze.
Golan Heights.
Yes, half right. 10 points on the 20. All right, you're trying for a 30-point bonus. This 10 is yours. If you get it, you'll get the 30. It was ruled by 2 prime ministers, 2 parliaments, 1 foreign minister, 1 war minister.
Country day, tip goes.
Austria-Hungary.
Yes, excellent anticipation. Austria-Hungary. Here's your 30. This condition refers to the destruction of lung tissue caused by the collapse of bronchioles, which traps the air inside the small air sacs in the lungs. 15 apiece. Name this affliction and the small air sacs in the lungs.
Bronchitis and alveoli.
I'll take the alveoli part. Emphysema was the other that I needed. Half right. 15 on the 30. 30 again. Toss up for 10. Teams, they now have 67 chapters, primarily in the U.S., and some 6,000 members who combat drug dealing and street crime. For this 10, name this organization whose usual uniform consists of a dark beret and white T-shirt.
Atherton, Bergman.
Guardian Angels.
Yes, for 10 points. Guardian Angel. Here's your 30. George, Martin, Sam, or Thomas. What was the first name of these Sinclair Lewis title characters? Babbitt.
Thomas.
George. Aerosmith.
Thomas.
Martin. Dodsworth.
Thomas.
Sam. No points on the 30, but all good tries, though. 20 points. Teams, we're at the half. Let's check that score. Kentucky Country Day 130, Atherton 100. In just a minute, we'll take time out to learn more about our participating schools.
See, I just started my homework when all of a sudden this huge green bird swooped into my room and grabbed my books in his claws.
If your child puts more effort into not doing homework than it would take to do the homework, call for a free issue of Parent Power.
And then I'm up in my store excited.
Parent Power will make things easier for both of you. You have the power to improve your child's education and our future.
Wouldn't it be nice if life could be a little easier?
Hello? Come on, your turn, Dean. Come on, your turn. Oh, no, no.
South Central Bell has lots of services that can help. And if you call now, you can get them connected free. You probably know how handy call waiting is. My calls get through, too. With Call Return, your phone can call back the last number that called you. And my favorite, Caller ID. It shows you the number that's called.
Hi, hon. Everything's under control.
Best of all, there's no charge to connect these services and others. If you call now, that's 1-800-331-BELL.
Order call waiting, call return, or caller ID now, and the connection is free. Call South Central Bell toll-free, 1-800-331-BELL.
Make your life a touch easier. Call South Central Bell now.
From Kentucky Country Day, please welcome David Boggs. David, tell us all about your school.
Kentucky Country Day is an independent college preparatory school with a 70-member faculty and 620 students from kindergarten through 12th grade. A student honor code, leadership training, and community service emphasize the importance of building character and contributing to the Louisville community. In addition to a strong curriculum, the school offers many elective courses. Advanced placement courses in mathematics, English, foreign languages, history, and the sciences make it possible for qualified students to earn a semester or more of college credit before leaving KCD. An active college counseling program helps place graduating seniors in universities and colleges all over the United States. KCD fields 37 teams in 14 sports, the most in Kentucky for grades 7 through 12. Dramatic productions, musical groups, and extensive visual arts training encourage students to develop creative talents. Extracurricular activities include publications, student government, community service, and student clubs. From the playgrounds to the computer labs and the 28,000-volume library, the modern 75-acre campus in eastern Jefferson County creates a total environment for students to pursue the school's goal, excellence with human understanding.
Thank you, David. Applause for David Boggs in Kentucky Country Day. Now from Atherton, I'd like you to meet Aaron O'Neill. Aaron, tell us all about your school.
J.M. Atherton High School, headed by Janice Fish, sporting a new wing and soon a new gym, Atherton proves her motto, every student a success in some way every day, true. Approximately 1,100 students attend Atherton, and most are enrolled in the International Studies and International Baccalaureate programs. These programs are college preparatory and include a wide variety of ways to pursue international interests. Multiple foreign languages are offered, including Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Chinese, and Russian. The Social Sciences Department consists of, among others, World Geography, World History, History of the Americas, and Economic Political Science. Atherton hosts international forums, model conferences, and a multitude of guest speakers. The school contains 2 computer labs which are open to all students, because every student is a success in some way every day.
Thank you. Applause, please. Aaron O'Neill from Atherton. IQ is a game of quick recall and should reflect in only an incidental way the many fine accomplishments of schools such as Kentucky Country Day and Atherton. Wave 3 and Ashland Oil salute them as they strive to prepare our young people for the future. Okay, teams, the whistle starts our second half. Again, that score, Kentucky Country Day 130, Atherton 100. Now, the next time the whistle blows, game's over. If it blows while I'm asking a question, I simply stop. If it blows while you're answering, you're permitted to answer that one question or portion of that question and no more. Trying for a 20-point bonus, toss up for 10. Teams, in January 1992, he became the first presidential candidate ever interviewed on what had been his own talk show. That's TV talk show. Name this.
Atherton, Debevoise.
Pat Buchanan.
Yes, Pat Buchanan, CNN's Crossfire. Excellent. Here's your 20. The Cajun delicacy, acrevies, sounds better in French than in English. 20 points will be yours. Give me any of the 3 common English names for this freshwater crustacean that looks like a tiny lobster.
Crayfish.
Yes, crayfish, crawfish, crawdad, maybe even crawdaddy. 20 points are yours. 30 coming. Toss up for 10. Teams, he was the first to use male and female symbols with a circle and an arrow or a cross, but this 18th century botanist is better known for...
Country Day, Barbie.
Mendel.
5-point penalty. This 18th century botanist is better known for the methodical system he derived to classify life forms. Name him for me.
Atherton, Bergman.
Carolus Linnaeus.
Yes, Carolus Linnaeus for 10. Here's your 30. Identify for me, please, this African-American actor after 1 clue for 30 points, 220, 1 clue, the 3rd clue, you only get 10. Number 1, the 3rd movie in which he recreated his role as a detective was 1971's The Organization.
Sidney Poitier.
You just made 30 points. Yes. 20 coming. Toss up for 10. Teams, among the names for it that did not catch on when it was introduced in the World War II were Iron Pony, Panzer Killer, Beetlebug, Blitz Buggy. What one-syllable name did catch on for this small
Atherton, Munt.
Tank.
5-point penalty, and I'll finish the question for Kentucky Country Day. What one-syllable name did catch on for this small U.S. Army vehicle?
Country Day, Tipkos.
Jeep.
Jeep, yes, for 10. Here's 20. Take away his writing, his philosophy, and his music, and he was just a country doctor. In his case, for most of French equatorial Africa. Who was this Nobel Peace Prize winner? Dr. Albert Schweitzer. No points. 20 coming. Toss up. Teams, more than 20% of all registered historic landmarks in the United States are in just one state, including the First Baptist Church and the First Synagogue in America. What is this smallest state?
Atherton to Jocko.
Rhode Island.
Yes, for 10. Here's your 20. The Pentagon would have been hard-pressed to find funds to oppose the beautiful army, and cold warriors would have felt silly intoning better dead than beautiful, but the Russian word krasnaya does mean beautiful, as well as what other colorful word?
Red.
Yes, red for 20 points. And 20 again, toss up for 10. Teams, in the 1992 version of this race, The contestants were 6 feet wider, 10 feet longer, and 24 feet taller than before, but weighed 1/3 less than the traditional 12-meter yachts.
Atherton de Beauvois.
The America's Cup.
Yes, sir, America's Cup. That's the race. Here's your 20-pointer. The USSR was not represented, at least under that name, at the 1992 Olympics. While what is left of Yugoslavia did not have a team it used to have. For 10 points apiece, the preponderance of Soviet basketball stars traditionally came from which is of the now independent Baltic nations?
Lithuania?
Yes. Number 2, the vast majority of Yugoslavia's best skiers and ski jumpers came from what now independent Alpine Republic?
Croatia?
I need Slovenia on that. Half right, 10 points on the 20. Yes, on the 20. Trying for 30 now. Toss up for 10. Teams Queen Elizabeth's royal residences are Balmoral Castle and Holyrood House. They're located in which northern kingdom of the United...
Atherton de Jocko.
Scotland.
Yes, this United Kingdom. Scotland is right. Here's your 30-pointer. 5, 10, and 15 points. These answers progressively get harder. Listen carefully. They're about Napoleon. What 1815 battle was his last?
Waterloo.
It's 5 points. What British commander defeated him there?
Nelson?
I needed to do Arthur Wellesley, Duke of Wellington. Number 3, in what small European country was the battle fought?
Belgium?
Yes. That's 15 and 5. That's 20 points, Judge, right on that 30-pointer. 30 coming again. Toss up for 10. For this 10-pointer, teams, what is the 4-syllable, originally Greek word for a scientific assertion or assumption that has to be...
Country Day, Vias.
Hypothesis.
Yes, has to be proven is right. Hypothesis. This is for 30 points. Stanley could not say hello to Livingston in 1871 because that word hadn't yet been invented. 15 each. What American inventor coined hello in 1877 as a way to begin a conversation on Alexander Graham Bell's new telephone?
Edison.
Yes, Edison did. Number 2. What American author in 1889 then created a character named Hello Central in a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court?
Mark Twain.
You got him. 30 are yours. Shooting for a 20. Here's 10. Teams, in 1991, the most expensive book in the history of retail trade was released. A $1,000 volume containing the first full photographic record of the recently restored Michelangelo frescoes. On what ceiling?
Country Day, Sohi.
Sistine Chapel.
Yes, almost too easy. Here's your 20. In 1992, the U.S. agreed to move its Pacific Naval Logistics Command to this tiny country, which once served as Britain's major Far East naval base. 20 is yours. Name this city-state at the tip of the Malay Peninsula.
Singapore.
Yes, for 20 points. Singapore. Big 30-pointer now. Get there with his 10. Teams, these brothers were both prominent figures in the early days of the U.S. Navy. One helped capture Veracruz in 1847. The other won the War of 1812, the Battle of Lake Erie in the War of 1812. Give me the family name of these naval brothers. Matthew or Oliver Hazard Perry or the Perrys. No points. And same 30. New toss-up. Teams, on August 8, 1991, the Keck telescope atop Mauna Kea surpassed the light-gathering capacity of the Hale telescope. Previous record holder atop what California mount?
Country Day, Sohi.
Mount Whitney.
You want to take it, Atherton? Time is up. Mount Palomar. 30 again. Same one. New toss-up. Teams, the official residence of this federal official is a modest brick house known as Quarters Number 6 at Fort Myer, Virginia. Name this post recently held by Admiral William Crowe and General Colin Powell.
Country Day, Tipco's.
Chief of Staff.
Yes, we'll take that. Judge? Whoa. More specific, not correct. Okay, we'll go to Atherton.
de
Yes.
Beauvois.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Yes, needed the whole thing, right. 10 is yours, 30 coming. The Strait of Malacca, separating Sumatra and the mainland Asia, is Japan's lifeline to the Persian Gulf oil. This strategic strait is controlled by what three neighboring nations? Audience, please.
China, Malaysia, and Indonesia.
I'll give you Indonesia, Malaysia. Singapore was the other. 20 points on that 30. Going for a 20 again. Teams, time is up. Our game is over. We'll check the final score and announce today's winner right after this.
Not that long ago, when people wanted education for their children, they pitched in and built a school themselves. It's time to build our schools again, not with boards or bricks, but with our minds and the belief that we can strengthen education. For ideas, call for a free issue of Parent Power. You have the power to improve our children's education and our future.
The holidays are here, and so is California Waterbed's humongous holiday sale. It's a great time to save on our largest selection of teen waterbeds. Over 20 styles from $159 to $299, or less than $20 a month. Like this hot-selling waterbed, look at all you get. The pedestal, solid wood frame, heater, liner, mattress pad, padded rails, bookcase headboard, sheets, and pillowcases. The whole works for just $297. And this is just a sample of the incredible holiday savings. Plus, sleep better now and forget about any payments till June 1993. Only at California Waterbeds.
All right, checking the high-Q scoreboard, we see today's winner is Atherton, defeating Kentucky Country Day 275 to 205. Atherton, congratulations. Next week, round one continues as Oldham County takes on Spencer County. So see you next week for the fast-moving question-answer game, high-Q. I'm Chuck Castile. Good day.
Spalding University is offering a scholarship of $1,000 to the schools represented by winning teams and $500 to runner-up teams in each round of High Q. Schools may award the scholarships to seniors planning to attend Spalding in the fall of '93, first preference to members of the High Q team, but only one scholarship per recipient. Questions used on High Q have been researched and authenticated by the editorial staff of College Bowl Incorporated. The questions have been checked for accuracy by High Q judge Jim Holmberg of the Filson Club of Louisville. High Q is made possible by Wave 3 and Ashland Oil, partners in education, reminding you that you have the power to improve our children's education and our future.